Welcome back to Settling the Southlands. Characters aren't in the jungle yet, but I feel it down here in the basement. It's hot.
Sorry.
Fire.
I like it hot.
It's cold.
I'm like starting to sweat already. When I even started playing, just might also be the hot tea that I'm drinking out of my awesome mug.
And the flannel that you're wearing as you sit next to this.
I like that mug placement in the shot, dude. I like you trying.
See, you guys are talking about being hot, but I'm feeling very cool. Maybe because of how close Heinrik is to being an actual corpse.
It's the blood loss.
It's that missing finger.
Yeah, he did get hit twice, so he's almost dead.
Yep. Makes sense. Absolutely makes sense.
Totally. Twice and dead. Mm-hmm.
One for fun, twice you're done.
Okay.
I just made that up.
Is that a real mantra? Because it might be our mantra now.
That might be my mantra going forward. Getting hit in one of my games.
Yeah.
I'd like to say when we play Pathfinder in the Lost Omens podcast, talk about how any level you get hit 3 times and you're probably unconscious and dying if they're decent hits, which is actually pretty true in this game too.
Persistent scaling.
I like it a lot. It's difficult to scale this game. Thinking
right,
about
you can't even blame I'm just going by what the book says. Like you wrote the book.
I wrote it this time, so
you wrote
yeah.
it.
Purposely making it difficult also doesn't help that you don't have anybody of a warrior class in the party, which
I have a dog.
Which is fine, which we found. We have Vicious properly statted out now.
As the most vicious character.
I even marked particular characteristics. Is that what it's called in this one? That are like her will be Vicious is a her, right?
No, Vicious is a boy.
Okay, I don't know why I couldn't remember that.
You didn't check?
I didn't make the dog.
Leg, right? I
didn't make the dog either. I trained the dog.
Characteristics that Vicious can advance as like quote career skill characteristics. Yeah, put little pluses next to them because Vicious can gain HP at half the rate that Liliana does, as per henchman rules.
That's so fun.
So you'll be able to advance Vicious, assuming he survives.
It's really depressing.
I have to throw it in there, you know?
We all get to advance, assuming we survive, actually, which is pretty exciting and also terrifying.
Whee!
Yay!
I mean, Heinrik did do something before he went down.
Mm-hmm. What's super crazy is that I didn't even roll up a backup character here. This is a lot of confidence.
Wow, that is. I mean, I didn't say hey, have that backup character ready because Skaven aren't the type to they're not going to wail on you while you're laying on the ground unconscious. They're going to focus on those that are still trying to kill them.
True.
I mean, and Gerty also probably looks more delicious objectively.
Yeah, probably.
Yeah, we got sweet new. Everybody created Hero Forge miniatures. And then we just used we didn't actually get the miniatures because we're using Foundry, and we imported. JB actually made tokens for us from the images we have in Foundry now. So we got a little more accurate. Gerty's not a female blacksmith dwarf anymore. Because that was the closest thing I could find.
Allegedly.
And now he's got this sweet black beard and this awesome, what do you call it, spatula.
Yeah. I was pretty excited that spatula was in there.
I can't believe that was an option. I'm so excited for Lost Omens with Curva with his mop.
Yes.
Or broom on his token.
Broom. Yeah.
Liliana's got a pie on there. I used that picture because it included the pie. Because halflings love their pie.
I was really disappointed there wasn't a staff that I could fake out as the one with the rats on it. Because there wasn't anything pointy enough for what I wanted. Everything was like, I'm curvy and decorative. And I was like, nah, she does not like decorative things.
That's Kim Kardashian. Sorry.
Foundry's got or Hero Forge has a lot of good options, but they don't have everything yet. Mm-hmm. As far as I know, they update regularly.
It's almost weekly, I'm pretty certain. They're always throwing new stuff on there.
That's pretty sweet.
That is cool.
You can have mounts now, but not corgi mounts.
I do wonder how many items are on their list before stick with rats on it. Like, if that's just like a dozen things, maybe like 20, I'm not sure.
I hope that gets there eventually.
Yeah.
I really want to make a flesh warped for Lost Omens for some play it at some time.
Those are so cool.
I don't know how I could possibly do that in Hero Forge. There's got to be some way, but depending on what my flesh warp is, but they sound super cool.
True.
You can add extra arms now. You can have up to 6 arms. So
what?
They're certainly on the way.
That is amazing. I love it. I do want to do another little shout out for the mapping that I've been using for this campaign is from incarnate.com, which is just really cool. The free version's decent, but paying for the pro, I think, is totally worth it. It's like $25 for a year. And I'm pretty sure you get like unlimited maps and whatnot. It opens up a lot more options within it. The map we're looking at now in the cargo hold here, I made on Incarnate, and it's really user friendly. It's not, I don't think there's much of a learning curve at all. It's really intuitive, which I really like. I figured I've been able to make maps just kind of messing around. I didn't have to watch any YouTube tutorials or anything like that, which has been really nice.
That is cool.
And I've been kind of pointing people towards it for map mapping and stuff for games like this. It's really nice.
Low barrier to entry for things, especially for like the VTT space, is rare. So that's awesome.
Yeah. It's really easy to import the maps into things like Foundry. It can be a little bit of a pain to match up the grids, but Dani had a great idea this morning when I was preparing maps for places you might go while we're recording today, and I couldn't get the grids to match up. The grids on my maps were too small for what they could do in Foundry. And Dani was like, why don't you can you just turn the grids off so we don't snap to the grid? And then we can just place it on the grid that's already on your map. And I was like, that makes a lot of sense. Yeah, actually.
That answer was way too easy.
Yeah.
Right?
I'm Vanilla Ice.
And I was
problem,
like,
yo, I'll solve it.
And I was like, I hope I can actually do that on there. And then I could. And it made me less upset about things.
I just really don't like when Dan gets upset and like agitated. It freaks me out. So I'm like, what can we do to fix this?
It's so funny how you get so anxious.
Oh my God,
if I get upset about something. Like a few nights ago, we were talking about like politics stuff at dinner, and I was getting real fired up. And her and Lily both get like, they like shrink down.
Lily gets way worse about it though, and I had to do the like.
She was like, just, you need to stop right now. And then I was like, all right, so
how's your day
watching this show today?
Adam's like that too. He's so calm all the time, my husband, so that when the calm one starts to get uncalm, stuff's going wrong. Yeah. Like, I have to back away slowly because I'm getting afraid. I have never been in this territory before, and I don't know what to do about it.
Hate it. And you're not even like mad at me.
No, I'm just angry at the world, you know?
Yeah.
But you always seem to take it personally.
Freaks me out. I'm a people pleaser.
Well, and also Dani is on the Shadow Cabal that is running the world and has been secretly attending meetings and not fixing stuff. So
I'm pretty sure you guys determined that on Elite 8, didn't you? That you guys are all lizard people?
Reptilian overlords.
Yep.
That's what it was. Yep. Reptilian overlords.
Respect.
Got to be careful. Say their name too many times, they'll show up.
He absolutely will.
We don't have reptilian overlords here. We have those that wish to be verminous overlords.
Verminius, I believe.
Vermousiness. That was awful. Sorry.
Wow.
We got some Skaven stowaways you discovered. A rat ogre burst out of a crate. You took care of it like a chump. It went down real fast. I did make it a little weakened. You noticed, I think Gerty noticed with a dwarf lore check that it looked smaller than a typical rat ogre. It was emaciated after being on the ship for weeks. They just couldn't get it enough food to keep it at its normal bulk.
They had to feed me instead.
So they did. This one was a little bit weaker than others. I toned it down a little bit just because I wasn't sure if that would be too much with a regular rat ogre, and you guys just wrecked it in one round.
Yeah, we did.
Well, we have a professional rat catcher. So
yeah, Vicious did 13 damage to it.
Yeah.
Dog.
he is a good dog. But after that, a couple of 3 Stormvermin popped out of crates and barrels, and the battle was joined in earnest. I believe not. I know Gerty took a critical hit, had to ignore using a point of armor.
Yep.
Or else I would have broken his leg.
Correct.
Would have hacked his leg with a halberd. Have Liliana or Vicious or Bethen been injured?
I don't think. Okay, so let me just say this first. My character card was on my phone last time, so if I had to record that, I don't know where it's written down. I don't think Liliana's been hurt, but I'm pretty sure Vicious got hit at least one time.
Pretty certain Liliana has not been hurt. I remember now Vicious did suffer 7 damage.
7?
So he would be down to 4 wounds remaining. Why do I keep thinking Vicious is a she? Probably because the controlling player.
Because you're looking at me and thinking, they're both she's, obviously.
But Heinrik has been hit twice.
And that's all it takes.
Right, so a third, and he is down on the ground unconscious. The end of last episode, I mistakenly said he was bleeding and dying. I don't know why I thought he was still bleeding, but because he sacrificed a point of armor from his fine mail shirt that he said he's probably going to immediately replace, he did not lose a finger, so he does not have the bleeding condition. He does not have a 10% chance of dying on his turn.
All right.
Which we are at. And near the top of round 3, because Heinrik has the highest initiative of you guys. The Stormvermin started this round because they are faster than any of you. But Heinrik's turn. If you wish, kind of funny, being unconscious is a condition. You can ignore it with a resolve point if you wish. At the end of your round, if you have not fixed what's causing the unconscious condition, you would just fall back unconscious. So unless you get healed during your turn, you would fall back unconscious at the end of your turn. But if you wanted to use a resolve point to wake up for a minute, you could get up and strike. You could say something. At the end, you would go back unconscious.
Heinrik absolutely would not, at this point, he's pretty comfortable, laying on the ground and hoping everybody forgets about him because, I don't want the Skaven to hit me again. And that's going to happen if I am moving. So, I don't know if I need to spend a resolve point to open one eye and look at the situation and see that it's bad and then just close that one eye again.
I can see Liliana shouting, "Play dead! Play dead!
Stay down!"
No, she would yell, "Play dead." Because that's
Stay down, Rock.
Play dead is what she would say to Vicious, so she would say play dead to Heinrik too.
Fair. You do think of him this probably a lower level than your dog anyway.
Definitely.
All right, so Heinrik is still unconscious on the ground, which would bring us to, I believe, Bethen.
Okay.
That's a made-up name.
You would think
Got to get it in there.
You would think so. Okay, well, I do feel I need to attend to Heinrik, but I am still faced with a rat person here, so I think that I would need to attack this rat person.
So as a quick reminder, there are 2 Skaven up. If you're not watching the video, the podcast version to help us remember, there's 1 Skaven up on the northern part of our fight with Liliana, Vicious, and Bethen, and there are 2 down below against Gerty and Heinrik. One of them against Gerty has been hurt. The other is still okay, has not taken damage yet, and the one up with Bethen and our rat catchers has also been hurt.
Okay. Wonderful.
What's our order? Heinrik, Bethen.
Heinrik, Bethen, Liliana, Gerty.
Okay.
And we're just we'll have Vicious go at the same time as Liliana for simplicity's sake.
Okay, so I will continue to attack this rat creature with my sword.
I can never get to the Stormvermin stats. He's going to attempt to block with his halberd.
Boom. 3 success levels.
Oh, nice. Let's see. This Stormvermin has no advantage, according to what I have written down. So that is 4.
I do have 1 advantage. I have it in my notes. I'm sorry.
So one more.
So 1 additional. So 4 success levels.
Oh, you were going to do some damage here because I have 4 negative success levels. Yeah, I rolled real high.
Boom. All right. So what's that? 8? 4 plus 4 minus is 8.
A differential of 8, yeah.
Yes.
Yes.
Yeah. You're going to probably see shish kebab this thing.
Yes. Throwback. So plus my toughness bonus is 11.
Strength bonus, but I think that's the same.
Yep, you're right. Sorry. No, my strength bonus is only 2. So 10 plus 4 because of hand weapon.
So you do 14.
14 damage.
All right. Obviously, not all of it goes through. These are wearing armor and reduce it by their toughness bonus, but their toughness bonus isn't great. So you did 14?
Yes.
Where'd you hit it?
In the 41.
In
right
the
arm.
41. So this one, I remember Gerty did get a critical hit against the other one he was fighting. You tore a muscle in its arm, so it dropped its halberd.
Yeah.
That was not this one. Where did we just say 41 was?
Right arm.
Right arm.
Right arm. Want to describe how you killed this Skaven?
Stop it, really?
Yeah.
Well, because I'm a physician and I know anatomy fairly well, and these rats are somewhat humanoid, I knew exactly where to place my sword between its armor to fully sever an artery in its shoulder and just stab in and swipe down.
Stab in, swipe down. So this thing, you get covered in nasty, icky Skaven blood, and it is dead.
D.
First one is down.
Filthy creatures.
Second one. The big one's already dead, too.
Oh, true. Yes.
Yeah.
The second Skaven is down. The first Stormvermin is what I was thinking there.
Okay, great. Technicalities.
You can still move if you wish. That was your action for the turn. You still have a move.
I would actually like to perform a heal check on myself
Okay.
because I'm down to 6 wounds.
That's a good idea. So in combat, you don't have an enemy right next to you, so I'm going to make this just a challenging +0 heal check.
All right, let's see. So my heal check, I'm testing on a 55,
Nice.
which I get exactly with a 52
So you'll heal yourself.
for 4.
Yep, your intelligence bonus.
Okay.
Nice. I mean, from 6 to 10 is a big deal. 6 is you could be to 0 in a hit. 10, probably not.
Yeah. Yep.
Very good. That was a really good turn for Bethen. Wow. Good
Boom.
start.
All right, good night, guys.
After how bad things were looking. We are on to Liliana and Vicious. I'll let you choose what order you do them in each round, Jess. If you want Vicious to go first or Liliana, that'll be your choice.
Of the 2 down below, which one, the left one or the right one, is already wounded?
The one in front of Gerty, which would be on the left,
That one?
will be the one hurt. You see he's bleeding, he doesn't have the bleeding condition, but you can see his arm is bloody and his halberd is on the ground and he's squeaking very angrily.
Angry rat face is what I'm imagining right now. In which case, Liliana is going to go first, and she is going to attack that one with her.
Your sling staff?
Yes.
Nice.
Was my crossbow reloaded?
Oh, I forgot you had a crossbow.
Yeah.
That's right. I remember talking about the reload rules.
Did I use it?
I think you shot the rat ogre with it.
But did I use the last turn to reload it?
I don't remember. I remember talking about the reload rules.
Yeah, me too.
I'm going to say you did. I'll be a little nice here.
Be nice to the new kid.
I feel like she did, because I feel like we talked about the roll and then she rolled it.
And I think that was like your action for the turn.
Yeah.
So I did forget to mark that in the notes, but I'm going to say you did. Listeners might remind us, after the fact. They're usually pretty helpful with that. Mm-hmm. They love to tell me when I get things wrong.
I was going to say, people love to point out mistakes.
Which I don't mind, actually. I love it when people give us feedback because that just means we can make it better in the future. So yeah, we'll say you have it loaded so you couldn't shoot this Skaven.
Do I need line of sight, or can I shoot over Gerty's head?
In this case, well, Heinrik's down. The rat ogre's down that are between you and it. You have Gerty there.
Liliana,
volume-wise, they're about the same size.
Liliana has no qualms about climbing on top of the dead rat ogre to get the shot if I need to move there first.
If you want to move to get a better shot, I will let you stand on top of the dead rat ogre.
Sweet. Because she will stand on top of the dead rat ogre.
Nice. All right. From that, I would say you're up a little bit. You got a better vantage point. I won't have you take a penalty to your ballistic skill here.
Ah, sweet. Okay, so what am I rolling? Because I don't remember anything.
So it'll be, unless you have ranged crossbow as an advanced skill, it'll just be your ballistic skill.
I do not.
And is there a benefit from having the high ground in range combat like this?
No, literally. Which dice am I rolling?
All right, it's been a while.
2d10.
I've only played this game once.
So you're doing 2d10.
I only have one
percentile.
d10, so I need another one.
No, right here. That guy.
That's a 100, isn't it? No.
I mean, you roll them together as a percentage.
Okay.
And then you're rolling to meet your ballistic skill or less.
So 14.
So I'm assuming you made it. What's your ballistic skill? BS?
45?
Right. So you have then 3 success levels if
Sweet.
you rolled a 14. She did it.
Nice.
He's distracted and reading for anybody who can't see dance.
Trying to see if I'm trying to answer Tim's question about if you get a bonus to a ranged attack if you have, or to an attack if you have the high ground, which I do not see in combat difficulty modifiers. You can take an action to aim to get plus 20, which I don't think we've ever done. We don't have much in the way of ranged people
person
anyway, but
yeah.
hey, good to know for in Gapapa and for the future. All right, so you said you made it?
Yeah. 3 successes.
3 success levels. So the crossbow was plus 9, right?
Yeah.
So that'll be 12. Again, it has some armor. So
Does it
now I
matter
got a
where she
math.
hit or no? Does it matter where she hit? Probably not, right?
Not unless it gets a critical. Oh no, because we reroll for the critical anyway. It has because it most monsters just have armor number, and it just counts as having armor everywhere.
Right.
For simplicity. If you want to make it more detailed, you can, but Stormvermin cover themselves head to foot in metal armor. So you did 12. I think this is going to be enough to finish it off. Yes, because they soak a lot, but not that much. So this one, where did you hit it to? How does Liliana finish off this Skaven in front of Gerty?
Oh, it's a shot to the face. She's not going to take any chances. If it's a rat and she wants it dead, she's going to aim for the head, and it's going to go through the left eye socket.
Nice. Right through the helmet. The only place the helmet exposes the face so it can see. And that crossbow bolt goes right past your shoulder, Gerty, into the eye of the Skaven you're fighting.
This is why you bring professionals.
Awesome. And it is now, you can do Vicious.
Yep. So she'll yell at Vicious and say Vicious to get him to go. Oh, no, that's Liliana that's moving, not Vicious. I don't know why, but I can't move Vicious.
Uh-oh.
Oh, I'll try to fix that in a moment.
Because every time I try and move, it moves Liliana.
Where do you want Vicious to go?
Vicious is going to run up to the other evil thing. Right between, or right over Heinrik, let's just say. Vicious is going to literally run over him and launch himself at that last one.
All right, I'm okay with that movement there. He does have the stride trait, so when he's running, he goes 1.5 times his movement instead of, so he can move further than his movement looks. So that'll be, he can bound over the dead rat ogre perfectly fine, and he can attack this Skaven, who's going to try to block with its halberd. No, you killed the one that dropped its halberd. This is the one that is uninjured.
Yeah.
So I'm going to try to block with the halberd. This one does have some advantage from striking down Heinrik.
Not for long.
Okay. Does this count as flanking?
You are outnumbering at 2-1, so Vicious gets plus 20 to his already pretty good weapon skill.
So I rolled a 16.
Beautiful.
Yikes.
So 1, 2.
Did I update the weapon skill? And there should be 45.
It's 35 on here.
Oops, I forgot
Yeah,
to
it
change
should be
that.
45
Yeah.
with the extra feet or whatever.
I just saw that Alex had written something in the chat.
I did too.
And it made me giggle.
Oh,
So that's 3 successes plus the bonus makes it 5 successes.
wow. Okay, I had 1 success level, so
Boom.
Net 4.
Yikes.
For the jugular.
And I believe the dog was weapon +5, so that's 9. So Vicious does get some purchase here and do a little bit of damage, which it doesn't hurt the Stormvermin a ton, but more importantly, the Stormvermin loses its advantage.
Yes.
Which is a huge deal. And that will bring us to Gerty. How does Gerty feel, this halfling plinking off this Stormvermin in front of you?
Oh, this is great.
Wasn't sure if Gerty would think of it as like a kill steal or just glad that this thing is dead.
No, absolutely glad. Why would I want this still here? That would be ridiculous.
That's a Heinrik mentality there, GM.
Yes. So, here's what. So, yes, I will take the Vicious lead, and we will attack this remaining vermin. That'll be... I think I have some advantage still. I don't actually remember if I do or not, but I assume I do.
You would have 1, because you did damage to this Skaven. Last time you attacked the other one, you did a critical hit on each other.
Oh,
but
yeah.
you also hit it, so you would have gained advantage after you got critically hit.
Okay,
so you'd have
great.
1 advantage.
So 4 success levels.
Wow, this sounds really familiar. I got 4 negative success levels.
Wow.
Oh, this is great.
Look at us go, guys.
Yeah.
I thought you were in real trouble here.
I did too.
Helps when I roll in the 80s.
When we were initially playing last time, I was like, well, am I going to spend 2 hours making a backup character to spend 2,000 experience or?
It does take a while.
So that'll be 16 damage.
Wow. Okay.
To the body.
16. Not enough to kill it.
Well, this is fine.
It does have a lot of armor. It does soak quite a bit. 16. Wait, no. 6. It soaks 7.
So
Has armor 4 and toughness 3. So you do 9. How does Gerty kill this Skaven?
Yay, Gerty.
Oh, I poke it really hard in his chest with my axe. So
you sink your axe into its chest.
Yes.
And it gurgles. You smell this weird odor as it crumples.
Yes, it's Heinrik. He's dying.
Oh my gosh, I can just see this thing dripping over Heinrik because Vicious and Gerty are here, and Heinrik's like in the middle, and the blood is just on Heinrik
Just
now.
pouring.
Ugh.
Doctor, the rich man, he is not looking great.
So I'll say you passed a lore dwarf test when we first encountered the Skaven that you did quite well on. I'm going to have that kind of carry over all the way to here. You would recognize that as the common Skaven kind of defense tactic. It squirted the musk of fear as it died.
Okay.
So gross.
Especially since it was the last one. They have little glands, near the base of their tail, we'll say.
Which is right near Heinrik, who's on the ground.
Yeah.
Right?
As it's crumpling with your axe in his chest, you're just like, oh, what's that musk?
Well, this is still smells probably better than the ogre does.
The perfume of victory is what I like to call it.
Yeah.
At this point, I'm going to have everybody but Heinrik make a perception check. We did this before.
Where's my perception?
We'll see how it goes.
I have 1 negative success level.
I have 4 negative success levels. 32 to 76.
I have 4 positive success levels.
There we go. So
I percept.
as you guys are kind of celebrating your victory, Bethen, you notice some figures entering the room at a quick pace.
I'm too excited. Can I rifle through the bodies and take good stuff off of them?
Not at this point, because we're staying in initiative because
Okay.
the fight is not over.
Okay.
Last round, you guys made perception checks, and I believe I think Liliana passed that when you heard some other noises from another room in the hold, but you didn't have time to do anything about it because you were still fighting for your lives.
I
Right.
do remember that, yes.
Into the room rush a few more Skaven. They look different than the last ones, though. These are smaller Skaven. They're covered in robes that cover their face as well. They smell awful. And you see flies buzzing all around them. They have the same infested trait that the rat ogre did. You're going to be at -10 when attacking them. Because of this, very hard to hit them with all this distraction. Gerty, you would know these are Skaven known as plague monks.
That's cute.
That wallow in filth and spread the glory of the horned rat through disease.
These are the dirty priests.
So so you suffer -10 to hit in melee combat as the clouds of flies and things overwhelm you. 3 of them rush into the room. They're going to charge here, and they all gain an advantage from that. You notice they each have 2 nasty, like rust-covered, filth-laden swords in their hands.
Okay.
And one of them is going to start by lashing out at Gerty.
Yes.
With 1 sword.
Is there any way we could make like a endurance or probably not cool check to overcome that -10?
The infestation?
Yeah.
No, it's just there.
That's not cool.
Yeah.
Okay.
So he's going to swing at you, Gerty.
Okay.
That is not flat. There we go.
We are going to try to block with our shield.
Nice.
We are not going to do particularly great, though it is a success with my advantage.
Oh, good. And because,
so a plus 1 success level.
And because the shield has the defensive quality, you improve that by 1.
Oh, great. So 2 success levels.
All right. I had 3 success levels.
I disagree.
Because of my advantage. Otherwise, it would have been 2.
You know what? I'm going to use a fortune point here.
I was going to say you can.
Me rolling under an 80 are pretty good.
I'd say probably about 80%.
You'd think.
Oh, no.
That they were better, but they were not. Turned that 81 into a 91.
Oh, so you're going to take 1 more damage here.
Yes, I just wanted to make sure that he felt he was being appreciated.
So they're going to hit you in the body.
Okay.
You can see these guys aren't as like martially inclined as the Stormvermin were.
I disagree.
They're not wearing armor. It doesn't hit you as hard as that one hit you in the leg that broke some of your armor. But it is gonna. I had 3 success levels. You had 1.
1.
So is it still 2 because of the shield bonus?
No.
Did you count the penalty for using it in your offhand as well, or do you have?
I did not. So it is -1 success level.
Uh-oh. All right. So that is a net of 4 success levels, and then that'll be 11 damage to the body.
Ooh.
11. But I do count my shield in there, yes?
Yes. You're probably going to add 2 armor points.
Yes. Okay, not bad. Okay, not bad.
You are the tank. You know,
yes.
Merchants are obviously tanks. I think just a dwarf with a shield is the tank always.
Unintentional.
But then, kind of surprising, the Skaven lashes out with its other sword at you.
Disrespectful. I only attack once. Oh, I got the, yeah.
What are you going to block with your shield again?
Are your Skaven at a disadvantage for using their offhand? Or are they ambidextrous?
They do have some disadvantage. They are ambidextrous, so it's not the full -20, but it is -10.
All right.
Yeah, we will,
but it does have
because we're probably going to take damage here either way, we'll definitely block with the shield. Oh, great! I rolled a 7.
Okay.
So this is
way better than the 80.
Yes.
With the defensive trait, 6 success levels.
All right. I had 1, so.
Sounds
yes. Like it clangs off your shield. Pring!
Clickety clang.
Clickety clang. Unfortunately, Skaven hate dwarves. So 2 of the 3 went after Gerty. So you're going to have another one swing at you.
Do I get the advantage for that? That was a
won an
proposed
opposed test. So yep, you gain 1 advantage there.
Great.
The other one didn't lose it, but you gaining advantage is really good here.
Yes.
So the next one's going to swing at you twice with these swords.
We'll block with my shield. There's another 90. So
Woof.
That's still 2 success levels, isn't it?
it is. Well, no, it's not. Because I only have 1 advantage. So I have a 70 skill. Minus the 20 for using the shield.
Well, you should have more than 1 advantage.
Why?
Didn't you just kill the Stormvermin?
I just took a hit.
Right.
Oh, you took damage.
Yeah.
Duh.
Yeah.
Yeah, so, it's a number. How many success levels did you get?
-2.
Uh,
I did not get that many bads.
So you block with the shield again?
Yes.
All right, then it has 1 more swing with its sword.
Sword.
So you can, I assume, block with the shield again.
Yes. Oh, there we go. There's a 9. I either roll single digits or in the 90s. It's only 2 ways here.
Wow. Okay. So
So that's, like a whole lot of success levels.
oh, you didn't roll in the 90s this time.
No, I rolled a 9.
8.
Oh.
Yes.
I thought you were
With 2 advantage, that would be 9 success levels.
Oh, I had
10
0
success levels.
I had 0 negative success levels, so this one doesn't do anything to you,
Oh, great.
which is pretty sweet.
Boom.
The third one that charged in thought it saw an easy target in Bethen. You ready to prove it wrong?
I
or
sure am. But
before we do that, I almost forgot. Gerty, you need to make a challenging endurance check.
Yes, 20 on the dot. You say toughness or endurance?
I believe endurance.
That would be
toughness.
2 success levels.
Okay. You don't have to worry about anything.
Great, I'm not rat.
Bethen, swinging at you.
Okay.
You gonna block with your sword?
I am.
I like saying sword today for some reason.
Ooh, I'm going to use a fortune point for that.
Oh, what did you get?
Don't worry about it.
4 negative success levels.
Okay, I had 3 negative success levels.
Okay, so never mind. I'll take it because it's only 1. Oh, wait. I have 2.
Advantage?
Yes. Thank you.
Oh, okay.
Could I
So
not-
sounds like you block it then. Because that'll change it to 2 negative success levels, and I had
Yes.
3.
Yes.
So you block with your sword.
Boom.
Awesome. It's going to
Yay.
swing with its other sword.
Okay. I'm going to do the same thing. But this time with feeling 6 success levels.
Wow. Okay. I had 1 negative, so
Okay.
I got 1 good hit in and then a bunch of whiffs.
So now with those opposed tests, I get advantage from those or no?
I think for the round, you get 1 advantage for winning an opposed test.
Okay.
I don't know if it counts for both of them.
Okay. That was more what I was asking because I know on your special board it says win opposed test.
I'm not positive there.
Where's JB?
You did block 2.
God damn.
It's not often that you get 2 attacks against you from 1 creature, so winning an opposed test.
Yes, I have 3 advantage right now from being attacked, which is pretty sweet.
Yeah, the big gain for you there.
Yeah.
You took 1 little hit and then got a bunch of advantage. They were at the top of the round because Skaven are quick. So that takes us to Heinrik.
No.
And just so you
Get
know,
up.
you flipping your pages is surprisingly loud through the mic. Just so you're aware.
I apologize for that.
No problem.
So Heinrik is still not gonna do anything that's dangerous, and he does not have the confidence that he's gonna get healed if he gets up.
There is a term I used in a LARP that I used to do where if you were dead, the only things you were allowed to say were bleed, rot, stink.
Well, luckily, Heinrich's controlling character knows that you guys aren't in terrible shape here.
Yeah. I just imagine in Heinrich's voice though, like bleed, rot, stink.
I don't think Heinrich would ever think you stink, though.
No.
A noble never stinks.
Yes.
All right, that takes us to Bethen.
All right, I am going to attack this disgusting pestilence-ridden creature that just attacked me.
Worm-ridden filth. It's like I just
Now-
powered you guys up by attacking you. It's like Marvel Crisis Protocol, where you just gain power from me attacking
Yeah.
you, and that's it.
Yes.
I'm going to re-roll that though. Okay.
You spend a fortune point? Or?
I did spend a fortune point.
Okay.
No, I just re-rolled because I wanted to.
Oh, no, because you did. I forget you didn't spend the other fortune point.
Because I make up the rules.
How'd you do?
With advantage, I have 2 success levels.
All right. I had 1 negative success level. Or sorry, it's 0 negative success levels.
All right. So 2, 4, 8.
Who do you appreciate?
Bethen.
Yo, mama. Yeah, yo, mama.
Check it out.
I almost forgot I printed out my stats because there aren't rules for plague monks. So I done make them up.
Like the name Bethen.
So what did you have total there?
8.
8. So you just killed a Stormvermin a minute ago.
Yeah.
You realize these guys are squishier in that they are not covered in metal armor, but the body is tougher. So it does soak a little bit of that.
Okay.
But you do a pretty good amount of damage. We'll call that one 1. We'll say 1, 2, 3 right down the row.
Take your hand and come with me.
And math is difficult. There we go. Got it. All right. So that one loses its 1 advantage at hand from charging you since you did damage. You have your move, but I'm assuming you're not going to.
I am not going to move. Is there... Can I take like any kind of defensive stance instead of moving? I'll just be ready to defend with my sword that attacks me again.
There used to be in 2nd edition, there were rules to you could set up a parry.
Yeah.
I don't think there's anything like that in here.
I'm also like going on Lost Omens from last night where like
I parry with my dagger.
I parry with my clan dagger.
If you're not watching Lost Omens, it's not WFRP, but it is amazing. It's Pathfinder 2. So good. All right, so that you did some damage to it. Losing its advantage is nice. It only had 1, but hey, that's still minus 10, essentially. So that brings us to Liliana and Vicious.
Step 1 is to use my slingshot against the one that Bethen's fighting.
Yes.
So you're going to draw your sling instead of your crossbow?
Yeah, because I have to reload that, and she's not going to waste her time.
Okay. Also, you can use your move to switch the weapons real quick, and then you can use your action to sling a stone at it.
Slinging the thing.
So if you have ranged sling, I think you have that separately, so that'll probably be better than your ballistic skill. Would be an advanced skill.
I do. But I didn't fill out all the numbers.
All right. So range sling. So you took 5 advances, so it would be your ballistic skill plus 5. So you're testing on a 50. So you have 5 success levels.
Because I rolled a 7.
Wow.
Yeah.
Okay. And that you said the
and
one
I have
against Bethen?
advantage for killing the other one? Or
So 6 success levels.
Yes.
those things. Yeah.
Whew. All right. Ow. Sling is plus what? Do we have the weapon down on there?
Plus 6.
Nice. So 12.
Mm-hmm.
So some of that, of course.
She just knows the anatomy of rats so much better. She knows right where to hit it, even with a rock.
Right.
Yeah.
Liliana is a powerhouse here at range.
Yeah.
It's pretty sweet.
Yeah.
I mean, that's why I do. The dog goes in, distracts it, and I'm just going to ping it.
Kablam.
All right. So our combat tactics here are coming together pretty quickly. Heinrik is an unfortunate casualty of you guys kind of getting your combat legs.
He's like the younger brother in A Christmas Story. They're helpless like a slug.
What's his only defense?
Heinrich is kind of just like the first wave. I took a lot of like really severe hits to protect the party.
Right.
Wow, that's so selfless of you,
It's
Heinrich.
truly a self-sacrifice.
Liliana, you also gain another advantage from that. Oh, nice. Keep track on a die. Perfect. And that you can do Vicious now.
That one's not dead?
It is not quite dead.
What?
No. You did
I know, right?
severely injure it, but it's not dead yet. They don't have armor, but they're physically tough,
I'm not dead yet.
All right,
which gives them a good amount of wounds.
Having worked with me for so long, Vicious just targets whatever I'm targeting it. So it's going to, words. Good God. Vicious is going for the one I just attacked.
Or do you want Vicious to go right in front of you?
Yeah.
Okay. So Vicious will attack this Skaven who's just been hit twice. It's going to try to dodge in this case.
Does Vicious have an advantage?
Vicious killed that other Skaven, so yeah, Vicious has at least one advantage.
No, Vicious didn't kill the last one. You did.
Gerty, but
Gerty did.
I did?
It did do
damage. Vicious did do
Vicious
damage
did
to it,
damage
though,
to
for
it.
sure.
Yeah.
But Vicious has at least one advantage, yeah. We'll say this could count as a charge as well. You moved a few spaces over here. That would gain you another advantage. So Vicious currently has 2 advantage.
Cool.
And this Skaven has none. It's going to try to dodge.
Vicious has 3 levels of success plus the advantages, so 5.
All right. I had 4 negative success levels. So that's a net of 9. This
plus
dog
is plus 5 for damage.
14.
Where'd you hit it? You want to describe how Vicious tears this thing apart because it had 1 wound left and you just did 14 damage?
Vicious is just going to launch itself at the raised weapon because it knows to take the weapon out of the fight, and the arm's just going to come off with it. It's just going to rip the arm right off.
I love it.
Small and vicious.
Wow.
Violent.
We did rule that with the experience, I kind of let you make Vicious actually an average size dog instead of small. So I put on her little character, his character sheet type thing. It says average but vicious dog, which is why it has more wounds and whatnot. So I mean, this thing it's a very strange sight because it looks like a Jack Russell Terrier, but it's the size of like a lab.
Just really beautiful.
Yes.
A Labrador.
That's between the running, the wounds already on the Skaven, and the angle, just the arm just goes with it.
So imagine it launches itself off of the rat ogre body and just tears the arm off of this thing, and it dies immediately.
I want Lindsay to make me a sticker that says like average but vicious.
I like it.
There we go. We got the 2, average but vicious and deceptively thick.
Write that down.
We could put like a colon between the 2 of them.
So we're gonna do our own little thing. Small but vicious dog is a common war cry for Warhammer Fantasy Roleplay players, and we're gonna give it a professional casual little spin, and it's an average but vicious dog instead.
Love it.
Wow. Okay. You guys are rolling through this. That brings us to Gerty.
It's Gerty.
There's one directly in front of you and one kind of kitty corner between you and Vicious.
Heinrik, stay back. Don't be a hero. And I will attack the one directly ahead of me. 66, pick up sticks. That will be a freaking crit.
Yeah.
The
one directly in front of you has 2 advantage because it hit you.
Yeah, I have 3 currently, so that'll be 4 success levels. And the critical
you might kill this thing before the crit happens first, technically, but I have 6 negative success levels because I have 4 negative success levels. No, that's still wrong. 5 negative success levels because I rolled a sweet hundo.
Oh, there you go. Okay, so that's 17 damage plus the crit.
It trips onto your axe.
17. Yeah. Do you want to roll the crit for funsies, or you just want to explain how you murdered this Skaven from full?
Yes, with my shield behind me, holding Heinrik back from killing these rats, I bring my axe up, to attempt to cleave off one of his arms, so he has only 1 weapon instead of 2 weapons, but instead it does that to his head.
You did go for the head.
No, I didn't. That's where it wound up.
Oh, I see.
Skaven just put his head in the way.
Yeah.
Wow. Okay. 1 hit. I don't think we've ever seen that on a Warhammer actual play. 1 hit kill.
So title of the episode, Gerty, the one-hit wonder.
Hole in 1.
Yes.
Oh my gosh. Yeah, because you did 17.
Yes.
So there's only 1 left. I'll pull back the curtain a little bit. Yeah. It's got a toughness of 40, so it soaks 4. It has no armor. They have 13 wounds.
Oh.
Did exactly enough to kill it in 1 hit.
Jeez. We're just going to remove limbs from these guys.
Good.
Oh, yes.
Wow. Okay. I thought having more Skaven here was going to be a lot of trouble for you guys, but so far it's resulted in Gerty taking like 2 damage.
Excuse me. I've taken 7.
From that 1 hit?
I took a lot of damage earlier, yeah.
I meant just from the plague monks coming.
Oh, yeah, this too.
Okay. Wow. That takes us to the top of round 5. Heinrik? Yeah, I mean, you're up.
I mean, nothing. Well, no. No, he's not going to spend the resolve to try and claim some role in this victory later on.
He's just going to...
He's just going to lie about that later.
He did stick the rat ogre, so he's already got that.
Yeah.
You just peaked early.
Yeah.
I can just imagine Heinrik talking about how amazing he was, even though he was unconscious for most of the fight.
Listen, he didn't get the most, but he got the biggest.
That's entirely true. Which brings us back to Miss Bethen.
All right. I would like to make my way over to
Did the rat ogres
Heinrik
go?
Oh yeah, did the
the plague monks go before? Yes, thank you. Look at this. Even
being a nice
even the
player.
new person is reminding me how this game works. I've only been playing Warhammer Fantasy Roleplay since 2005.
That just goes to show how easy it is to pick up.
Yeah, actually.
You know?
The base rules to it are pretty simple, but it is a very deep system. There's a lot going on, especially combat. That last Skaven, Vicious and Gerty for sure notice the Musk of Fear, and it is going to try to flee. So both Vicious and Gerty can make a free attack on it. You both gain 1 advantage immediately, and you get plus 20 to your roll against it, and I'm doing it unopposed because you just watch you murder its 2 compatriots with no problem. It is running away.
Wow, okay.
Get him.
Which I don't want to do this, but I think it's what the Skaven would do.
Yes.
It's completely panicking.
I absolutely agree.
I'll make a cool check just for funsies, and I rolled a 97, so...
It's not cool.
So I needed to roll under 140.
40? I think I'm going to say 104. 140?
Yeah, well, I now have 5 advantage.
You're at max.
I roll, and you said it was average?
Plus 20, yeah.
Yeah, and my skill is 70.
Oh my God.
So I rolled a 50.
So that's 9 success levels?
Yeah.
Yes.
I think I just rolled 8 success levels. So
so it's
can we
it's
each rip
dead.
off an arm?
Yes.
So where do you hit it with that?
With the 50 would be the 05, the head.
Where does Vicious hit it?
It's the reverse of what you rolled.
The left arm.
So Vicious jumps up and grabs its arm. Gerty just sinks his axe into its head while Vicious tears off another arm. And
Vicious is overexcited and just ripping things at this point.
You just dismember the Skaven as it turns to flee.
That the Musk of Fear acts like a pre-workout for
It's
Vicious.
a lubricant.
Right? Vicious's pupils get huge and just like...
It's like drugs.
And you guys all survive this first combat, which...
We all thought we were dying after the end of last time.
Yeah, things really turned around.
Yeah.
So we're out of initiative order at this point. We don't need to do that because I will tell you that's all the Skaven here.
Are we level 5 now?
Are you sure?
Oh, yeah.
You have 5 advantage. It's all gone now that combat's over, though.
Oh, shucks.
Can I use that advantage to help me on a heal check?
No, it's not a combat roll, but you can try and now that combat's over, I will say if you want to use a heal check on Heinrik, I'm assuming.
Yes, I need to attend to him.
I will let this be an average roll because you're not also fighting for your life here. Just Heinrik's.
Okay, so an average roll. So that is 2 success levels plus my intelligence bonus. So 6 total.
All right, so Heinrik heals 6 wounds. You wake up. Yay!
As Heinrik opens his eyes, he just starts wailing. "Oh!" As he sees that Bethen is covered in blood, and he just assumes that it's his own blood. And so, yeah, he's kind of writhing on the ground for a moment until he kind of like figures out the situation that it's not his blood.
I'll like pat him on the forehead, like, there. It's okay. And I'll, from one of the pouches on my belt, I'll pull out a little piece of root and I'll say, here, chew on this. It'll make you more calm and you'll feel better.
Is it weird root or?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Nice.
Yeah. Heinrik will accept this in the moment. I don't think that he would normally take weird root, but this has been a traumatic experience.
For sure.
Yeah, you did just come to like... I took a nap earlier, and it took me a while to wake up, but you were, hacked to unconsciousness. So I can see you doing something that might normally be out of character here.
So what you're saying is when you first wake up from your nap, that's when I should ask you all the things that you normally say no to? Because you're more likely to do what you wouldn't do?
I guess.
Oh, sweet. I know.
Pegging's back on the table.
God.
I'll flag that, sorry.
It's getting weird again. All right, just... What? No,
I'm going to go take care of Vicious because instinct would be to take care of my dog.
Alrighty.
Absolutely.
Do you have heal?
I have animal care.
All right, make an animal care check just to help. Like, Vicious probably needs to calm down a little bit.
A little bit? Did you see what he just did?
I mean, he is, probably frothing at the mouth. But yeah, I'm sure you have, like, certain way, the sun's going, sun's getting real low, big
low.
guy.
Sounds good. Real low.
So the weird root for Heinrik says, one of the most common street drugs in the Empire, weird root is chewed, bringing a sense of euphoria and pleasant hallucinations, which some suggest may be connected to the winds of magic. The drug gives a plus 10 bonus to toughness and willpower tests. Oh. But a penalty of negative 10 to agility, initiative, and intelligence tests. And this will last as long as you chew it. And after you're done chewing it, it'll last an additional D10 times 10 minutes that I'll roll. So you feel real good, even though you're still hurt.
Gerty's going to start organizing the spoils. The swords and things over here, and armor over here.
Oh, that reminds me. Everybody needs to make a endurance check.
Why?
Let me double check the difficulty quick. This PDF takes forever to load. Because you're fighting filthy rat men.
You're a filthy rat man. I didn't get hurt, though.
You have their blood all over you.
I mean...
Even Heinrik does. We established it. Blood all over him.
All right,
So.
that's fair.
That's why he thought he was dying.
What is wrong with rat's blood?
Well, you might remember there was a disease going around the ship.
The tummy troubles.
The tummy troubles. So here, what did I set this at? Let's make this an average endurance check. Gerty, this will be challenging for you.
Okay.
Because you were struck with the Plague Monk sword.
Yes. In that case, 1 success level.
Okay, you're good.
So I add that to whatever I rolled.
Average is plus 20, yeah.
To whatever I rolled.
Add it to your endurance skill. Because it
Oh, okay.
makes
So-
it better for you.
1 success level.
All right. Vicious will have to roll separately as well. Did Bethen not pass this?
That is correct.
Vicious has negative 30, 40, 50, 2 success levels.
Okay.
If he gets average as well.
Yep. How did Heinrik do?
Well, thankfully that was an average test because I did have 1 success level as a result.
And you
you
also
get a
have, did
bonus.
you include the bonus from the weird route?
I thought that was just toughness and willpower.
I'm going to say it.
Yeah, endurance is a
Is
toughness
based on
based.
toughness.
Yeah, I'm going to
Never
say
mind.
skills derived from toughness and willpower will get the bonus too. So
Yeah, so that would be 2 success levels
What
then.
if I told you my mouth was full of weird root? All the time. Could I get like
all the time?
Like a
No.
lot of big league chew. Just
exactly? Could I get
So
like
Bethen,
5 bonuses?
you said you didn't get hurt this fight?
I did not get hurt from the plague monk.
so she has no open wounds.
No open wounds, but all this blood spraying everywhere as you rip these Skaven apart.
It's delightful.
Some would have gotten in your mouth or in your eye or something.
And your raccoon wounds?
Yeah, it does get in your raccoon wounds. You contract rat fever.
Okay. How fitting.
As we know from earlier, it takes a while for symptoms to become present, so you don't even have to worry about this until like next week or whatever.
I'm looking up quick what the incubation is. I don't remember off the top of my head.
I'm sure I'll be fine. We have a good medical team here on the ship, and I'll just go and rest and
As far as Bethen knows, Bethen got it from visiting the infirmary.
Yeah.
Yeah, so Bethen doesn't know, you don't know you have this yet because it does have an incubation period of...
Bethen, you have schmutz.
Oh, wow. Okay. Well, I made for the other characters, I reduced the incubation. Well, you guys have been on the ship for a while, so people may have been bitten earlier than they thought. Oh, wow. This incubation is 20 days.
Oh, we will definitely remember that.
That's insane.
I get sick.
Huh?
It's going to take 20 days for me to get sick.
Yeah.
So that makes a lot of sense, though, because the rat fever on the other people was caused by bite marks. So it's getting directly into them like that. Whereas if this is just like the blood topically, like it got into my eyes or whatever.
You snorted some rat blood.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So in 20 days, you'll start suffering symptoms of rat fever, which, for our time will be months. Probably.
Yes.
So.
It'll be 2022.
Yeah, very realistically, she might not even survive to having symptoms of
She'll
this.
be level 5 by then.
Probably, yeah. All right, so yeah, after coming into contact with those diseased rats, Bethen is the only one that not succumbs to the disease, but you now have it. But it'll be a little while before you start showing symptoms.
Okay.
This basement does seem pretty cool, but we really must clean ourselves.
I'm gonna, Liliana's gonna look at herself and be like, "What's wrong with the way I look?"
Outside of the amount of these that have been here, there was also very large ones. How did this go unnoticed?
Well, we do know that a few guardsmen went missing, and perhaps they noticed something, but it was too late.
Oh, that's true.
I think we should go and tell the head of the guard what's going on, and he can decide whether we need to bother the princess with this. And yes, let's get ourselves cleaned up. Heinrik, I'm sure that you could use some more looking after, and the doctor can take care of that more adequately than I could hope to. And perhaps rest.
Yes, and definitely don't tell. No one of noble blood should even think about such filth in their general proximity.
I'm sure she would be very upset to know that these stowaways were on her ship.
She would be glad to know, though, that they are completely gone. Now that there are definitely no Skaven on this ship whatsoever, we will absolutely be fine. Totally fine.
You did kill a lot.
I'm extremely fine.
I want everyone to make a perception check. This will be difficult down here in the dark.
I don't percept anything.
I percept very poorly.
A 1 success level. I rolled a 10. I expected more, but difficult, and I'm also not greatly perceptive.
I have a -3.
All right.
And Vicious has a -5.
A lot. All right. Heinrik?
Heinrik has a -7 with the help of the weird root.
Oh, yeah. -2 initiative there.
He smells colors.
So Gerty's, as you guys are like getting ready to leave this room, patching up each other and things like that, Gerty, you notice in that big crate that the rat ogre came out of is like a horror scene. It's just the walls of it are covered in blood, and there's scraps of fabric and armor and weapons and things. Like clearly that's where the missing guards went.
I don't know if I want to point this out or not.
Actually make a average cool check at that scene.
95.
Ooh.
So you're a little
high pitch squealing.
Yeah,
you're a little freaked out about this. Just seeing it, it's just like, oh, like it is just.
There was.
Killing something that's trying to kill you is one thing, especially for a dwarf, that ancestral hatred of Skaven.
Yeah.
But like seeing these, what's left of people that you maybe met in the weeks you've been on the boat, just ripped. Just there's not much left in there. Some bones.
Yeah, I retch a little bit and go, doctor,
Liliana has definitely already turned around to investigate and been like, what's got him so out of sorts?
I
And
don't-
then, like, rat cave.
I don't know if there's anything we can do for them.
Definitely not.
I think this is far beyond my training skill set. And I think that they're dead.
What is the time? We should pronounce this, yes?
Quit the prognosis, doctor.
I'm not going in there.
I just.
Liliana's going in there.
You crazy.
Are you gonna like take things out?
She's just gonna look and see if there's anything useful hiding inside, anything worth taking out. Is it totally shredded, or is it like we
So,
can
like the
salvage
floor and the walls are just like sticky with congealed blood.
So gross.
Yeah, really nasty. Like I said, there's no flesh left. Obviously, the rat ogre ate it all.
this? Mm-hmm.
There's not a lot of bones either. There are a few bones left that, if Bethen looks, she would notice there are femur bones that have been cracked open to get the marrow out.
Liliana would definitely just pick one up and be like, "Does this tell you anything useful?"
Indeed.
They're even like licked clean.
Do you want me to bring it out for a closer look?
Yes.
All
Heinrich's
right.
going to need a cool check.
Well, you also see 3 sets of.
Should I be rolling a cool
The guard
check? Because
stuff.
she's just like waltzing in there.
I mean, she spends a lot of time in sewers and whatnot. I'll let her have an average cool check.
I'm probably.
Now for Bethen, I'm assuming that this is kind of like back in the day for medical students where like cadavers weren't that easy to come by to be able
Right.
to study. So for her to look at like a femur is kind of, it's worthwhile for the study.
Oh, there's the
certainly see
wadding all over the place.
Well, I have 3 successes in the cool check, so.
Right. So for whatever reason, this just doesn't turn Liliana's stomach like others. You're around death all the time in the sewers and things. You don't only come across rats, like you certainly find dead bodies down there. So it's something that maybe not used to, but it doesn't affect you as much as the sheltered Gerty.
And the Heinrik. What did Heinrik do? I'm very curious.
Oh, Heinrich definitely failed that by like 5 degrees and would run behind a box so that nobody would see him yards. But like seeing that bone messing around, that was not for him.
And
Nice.
you probably saw the bone like waving or something because you're slightly hallucinating from the weird root. So it's just like maybe she picks up the bone and instead of a bone, like maybe it's on fire or something really weird. So it's messing with you a little bit
the
here,
bone is bleeding.
especially with that many negative success levels. But yeah,
Is there anything useful in the crate that she'd pull out? Like armor that can be salvaged or.
so the armor is pretty much leather. Being on the ship, Rudy had a rule that they weren't going to wear metal armor just in case anybody went overboard. Very dangerous to wear metal, obviously.
Mm-hmm.
So it was like mostly leather breastplates that have pretty much been ripped in half. But there are 3 like weapon belts with a sword and dagger that are just covered in blood, but still there.
Heads up, and I'm just going to start chucking things that are useful and can be kept out of the box. So if you don't want to get hit by a blood-soaked piece of leather, you're going to step out of the way.
Ugh.
I'm going to go back to organizing the piles of the other spoils with my back turned. And if
Splat.
they get over here, I'll take them, but I'm not
Splat.
turning around.
I just
Clank
imagine
roll.
like a soaked towel, that sound that it makes when it falls on the floor.
Oh,
Yeah,
That is
Well,
awful.
yeah, that.
Yeah.
Oh,
yeah.
with that fantastic mental image, we'll see what you guys get up to next time
Whee!
on the Settling the Southlands Disgusting Blood Edition.